was silence, and how like silence is such an essential element for INFJs. I think that's why we resonate with being alone a lot of the time. You know, it just feels so good to be alone all the time. And I think at the beginning, like, you know, being alone feels like a curse, because, you know, you don't understand yourself yet, and you're trying to figure it out, and you know, you feel like, I don't know, ostracized and misunderstood because you don't understand yourself. You know, when you're young, you're probably still in that phase where you're trying to understand yourself, and you know, if you don't understand yourself, you can't understand why things are the way they are, you know. But as you get older and you get wiser, you start realizing, oh, okay, I'm by myself most of the time, because that's where I thrive. You know, that's where I find equilibrium. That's where I, you know, can I want to say organize everything from chaos to like balance again. You know, it's like it's not even like a safe space. It's just like a space to to rejuvenate and evaluate and process and filter and, you know, just bring harmony and balance back to yourself. We certainly can't do it when we're out in the world being bombarded by like a million and one things, you know, because there's a million and one things trying to like grab our attention. And when you're younger, you don't know how to, like, I guess, I don't know, pull your attention away from nonsensical things. You're basically just being like fragmented everywhere, and so, you know, you're just kind of like, again, confused. But then you realize that, oh man, when I'm by myself, I can really like get myself back together. I can, like, you know, like see things clearly. I can like differentiate things. I can process things fully. I can filter things. I can, you know, like basically bring myself back into a place of equilibrium, you know. And then also you get to like understand what you like and what you don't like, and what needs to be cut out of your life, and what, you know, you should keep close to your heart, you know. What makes your soul come alive, and then you get to tap into like the wells of knowledge and wisdom, you know, because it's all inside of you, you know. But when you're not exploring the interior landscape, then of course, you know, you don't have access to the answers or the wellspring of knowledge that is contained within you, you know. Yeah, so silence is, I don't know, most people, I don't know that a lot of people like silence. I think they've normalized chaos, and they've normalized like activity and busyness and noise. That's why it's so hard for people to sit with themselves, and that's why they never really get to know themselves, you know. It's because they're constantly like just diving into this external reality, you know. But anyways, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, silence. Yeah. I remember I was socializing with a couple of friends, and it's funny, when I was with these friends, I was pretty silent, and, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm a mystery to some people, even though I regard myself as a pretty open book, but, you know, they asked me if I was shy. And because I was caught off guard by the question, I didn't really know how to answer it, you know, because I think maybe I could come off as shy to people who know me beyond the surface level, because I can be quite silent. I can be like one of those, you know, wallflowers, just kind of observing everyone, and I don't say much. That's when you get to know me beyond my surface. On a surface level, people think I'm an extrovert. They think I'm an extrovert, maybe because I am so adept at, like, I don't know, like talking and being boisterous, and I don't know, people think I'm an extrovert. It's just, you know, I think say I'm really good. I'm a good conversationalist if I need to be, because for some reason I do have, I don't know, a lot of knowledge on a lot of different topics. So I could talk to somebody about pretty much anything. And not only that, I am pretty good at active listening. So when I am in the presence of someone, I feel like they, maybe they enjoy my energy or my company because they feel seen and heard and understood for the first time. Or, maybe it's a rare occurrence in their life, but, they get some of that through interacting with me. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so below the surface level, I'm pretty silent. And, yeah, my friends were like, are you shy? And I'm like, I don't know how to answer that, because it's like, I know, like, I'm not shy. I am absolutely not shy. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I just value silence so much, And sometimes when, like, you're in the company of someone else and they want to be center stage, by all means, be center stage, I'm not going to compete or fight over who has the podium. I'll probably be more silent. But, yeah, I don't think I'm shy per se. I think I definitely am silent. Have you guys heard of Sigma? This is another term to describe, I guess, personality types. Kind of like INFJ or, empath, HSP, all these labels. But yeah, I came across the term Sigma some time ago, and I never really mentioned it in my videos, but I definitely think I fall under that category. I think the three predominant ones, and I don't know that I can elaborate too much on this on the video, but you have alphas. I think most people know alphas. Alphas are very domineering. They're like the leader. They're the ones that are like taking charge, and they're very like in your face, like, look at me, and kind of grabbing everyone's attention, And then there's betas. That's, I think, another common personality type. Betas are like kind of like followers, so like they're probably more apt to follow the alpha because they don't really have like high self-awareness, and they don't really know what they want or don't want, so they just kind of like look for attention through being attentive and caring and offering their services, their followers basically. And then alphas are like, the leaders. But I think like INFJs onto the category of a Sigma, which, like I said, I only discovered this term like, I don't know, maybe a year ago, but I never really talked about it. I definitely think INFJs are Sigmas. We're like silent alphas, which makes us a little bit more mysterious, I guess, because we kind of move in silence and we're kind of secretive. Not like in a way we're like trying to like freaking like hurt people, but it's just like we kind of like retract in silence, and we kind of like do what we want on our terms. And we're innovators. We think outside the box. We're not apt to follow. That's why we don't follow trends, and we don't, we're not participating in herd mentality, or we're not sheeple. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I don't think people can figure us out because we make moves in silence, because we're always in our mind, and we're always like kind of like analyzing things, and nobody really knows unless they ask or unless we tell, which we really don't, because we kind of feel like people don't really care about what we have to say. Like, I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of times like in real life, I don't know that people actually really care what I have to say, because they're just so like self-absorbed, like it's all about me, like for me it's like, I don't know, I think about myself, and I think about how it will affect me, and I also think about how it would affect another person. And like I base decisions off of like what would be beneficial to the whole versus one or two or a few people. Like I'm always like considering myself and others. In fact, when I was younger, I was considering others before myself, but in previous videos I kind of stated why I don't do that anymore. It's just because when you put yourself last, when you put your needs last, then you just kind of like disregard and neglect your own needs, and that's not fair for you. You're important too. So yeah, now I'm just kind of like balancing out, like putting my needs comes first, but then also, you know, I still do consider like how that would affect other people, you know. I've always thought about other people first, honestly, you know. And I think, you know, because we've been doing it for most of our lives, sacrificing ourselves, you know, neglecting ourselves. Yeah. But that's an old system that needs to be eliminated, you know. But what else was I gonna say? Yeah, silent alphas. That's what we are. Like, we're very sure of ourselves too, for the most part. And yeah, we don't really like draw too much attention to it. It's like, why? I don't even really like the attention, honestly, you know. Like, and I don't really need like somebody to be like, oh yeah, you're doing a good job. It's like, I know I'm doing a good job, because every time I go out in the world, it's like I'm putting my best foot and my best effort forward. You know, it's just like, I mean, it's nice to get like compliments, and it's nice to, you know, get occasional, like, I don't know, what am I trying to say? But overall, I don't need it. Like, for me, it's just like, I spend so much time in my head, and I spend so much time like kind of like analyzing things that, and once I get sure of like an objective, it's like I just beeline on that. I don't need like people like, you know, telling me, oh, you're doing a good job, or like, oh, you should do it like this. I've already figured it out in my head, you know. And at that point, I just need to like execute towards my objective. Whether that works out or not, that's out of my hands. You know, but you learn something along the way. Sometimes you get traumatized. But trauma is equivalent to transformation. Anyways, 16 minutes, man. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I lose track of time, which is another video I should talk on. Timelines. I wanted to talk on timelines and past lives, and how like our perception of that might be slightly distorted. But that's for another video, because yeah, this video has gone on for far too long. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I hope you have been taking time to be present, to process everything that needs to be processed, and to let go of things that no longer need to be in your life. Blessings to one and all. Amen.